Immediately after the signing of the agenda items, and even when the final peace agreement failed to be signed by the two principals, government of Uganda recognized the 5 agenda items. That was fundamentally very important as an achievement. 2, government of Uganda decided to own the process of implementing the agenda items that were signed. And that is what led to the creation of a Transitional Justice Working Group based on Agenda Item 3 that was signed in Juba. We see that one as a very important milestone for post-conflict recovery. And then 3, after the structuring of the Transitional Justice Working Group, then the Civil Society Transitional Justice Working Group also came in place. As we talk now, we have a national civil society platform on transitional justice in Uganda. We see this as a very fundamental milestone. Beyond that, the government of Uganda has gone ahead to work with development partners, to work with civil society organizations, to put in place what we now call the current 5th draft of the Transitional Justice Policy. That is fundamentally the core of the outcome of the Juba Peace Agreement, because it is going to deal with the cardinal issues that were raised during the peace talks. What is only left is the government of Uganda to push the current draft to its logical conclusion. We are very happy with the 10th Parliament and with a lot of support that is coming from across the region and across the country, that finally we may be in position to discuss the Transitional Justice Policy alongside the National Reconciliation Bill. And there's a lot of goodwill that is beginning to unfold. And as new members of Parliament, we would like to use this opportunity, to seize the opportunity, to put this for discussion in Parliament. And even when the President makes the State of the Nation address tomorrow, we would like to respond to the State of the Nation address by reminding him on some of the key fundamental issues that are emerging as a result of what was signed. I think beyond that, we also see that government of Uganda made a commitment to begin what we would call the Peace, Recovery and Development Plan in Northern Uganda. And this so far has gone into 3 phases. We had the first phase, the second phase, and now we are going for the 3rd phase. But what was challenging in the 2 previous phases was that the issues of peace and reconciliation was ignored as one of the strategic objectives that was supposed to be implemented during the past interventions. And this is the time we as members of Parliament and civil society from Northern Uganda, we would like to see this accomplished under Peace, Recovery and Development Plan 3 that is already being implemented. And I think beyond that, it is also very important as an outcome of what took place in Juba that we have a working forum of the Greater North Parliamentary Group that we are now a member of. We are soon going to have a new leadership of that membership. And that is another platform through which we in Parliament will continue to ensure that we monitor and we also ensure that we put a lot of insight into what government is going to implement as regards the post-conflict recovery in Northern Uganda. I think those are very fundamental. And then, of course, there is the peace policy that is being pushed from the office of the Prime Minister. We would also want to see that that is formulated, that is adopted, because it is still an outcome of what was discussed in Juba. So in a comprehensive way, in an holistic way, we are beginning to see that fundamental laws and policies that should guide post-conflict recovery in Northern Uganda is beginning to take shape. What is only needed now is appropriate leadership and goodwill from the President of Uganda.